As we approach the end of week 6 here on day 6, we find ourselves in another sort of sluggish set of chapters, Exodus 25 through 28. And I don't say sluggish to say, oh, you shouldn't read this, or to even prepare you in some way that, oh, this is going to be bad. But rather to recognize that we may need to be reading at a different level. And what I mean by that is that while we see the words and while we see the details that in this particular case are describing the building of the tabernacle, what we are hoping to gain from this is not a set of instructions, because personally I am never planning on building a tabernacle. So maybe I don't need this much detail about lengths and the materials that are used. So what benefit do these chapters have for me in my life? Well, it tells me a lot about who God is. It tells me that God, wants a relationship with me. A relationship in which not God being distant, but that God lives with me in my daily life. The tabernacle would be a worship space that would be in the middle of the Israelite camp. And God's glory, Shekinah glory, in the form of the cloud, would actually inhabit that tabernacle in the form of cloud. What does that tell me about God? Tells me that God, wants a relationship with me, and not just a distant relationship, not like maybe grandma that you write once a month or something like that, or you remember to try and phone once a week, but rather God wants a daily relationship with me, spending time with me in my everyday life. The other thing that it tells me in these chapters is that God is a God of detail. God isn't just the God of the big picture. Well, I want you to go to school and I want you to get married and whatever happens in the meantime, who cares? No, God is a God of detail and a God of great planning. And God knows what God wants for your life and knows what will happen in your life and will be there for both the good and the bad. The other thing that tells me is that God always desires the best. God calls on the Israelites to offer the best of what they have. The gold, the silver, the different types of thread. Because God knows, that God is worthy of these good things. But also we need to recognize that all of these good things, all of these precious things that we have them because of God. And so they're worth giving back to God, so that God will continue to be in our lives, will continue to order our days, and will continue to honor and bless us all the days of our lives.